Hey everybody, my name's Chrissy O'Malley and this is Better Science Teaching. Since it's summer, I wanted to do some different content. So today we're going to talk a little bit about a self-care thing that I found that I've been enjoying in the past year. So I know this is a crazy story. I'll save the stories. What we're going to be talking about is taking care of our fingernails. What I want to show you is some semi-cured gel strips and how easy they are to apply. And if you're a person who likes to look nice, and don't we all like to look nice, how easy it is to get nails that look like you were at the salon and be able to do them from home. So stay with us. I'll show you how these work. They're really cool. Okay, so I will let you know this isn't a sponsored video. I didn't get any of the stuff for free. I paid for it with my own money. I fell for a Facebook ad, and it was an item that I thought sounded really appealing. And so I bought some stuff. I've actually had 2 orders. That's why this box is so absurd. These were the first ones that I ordered, and they're just, I mean, it just looks like fingernails in a box, right? You look at these, you're like, oh, the press-on nails. But they're not. What these are semi-cured gel strips. So I'll just show you these. They're by a company called Ohora, which I think is Korean, but I'm not really sure. And they have all sorts of different styles. So most of what I have in here is for fingernails. So these are fingernails. These guys are fingernails. These are fingernails. These are for toenails. I'm kind of saving those for 4th of July. Some more, and these have some glitter on them. But these are all really cool. So you'll see more of these today because that's what I'm going to use. So you'll see more of this one today because that's what I'm going to use. But I'll show you what some of these guys look like. Now, the reason that I fell for this is because I had seen a lot of those like Color Street stickers, and you know, I wasn't completely sold on the way they looked. I also really enjoyed gel nails. I don't know if you can see the center of the flowers is glitter. But growing up, I didn't do my fingernails that often, and to be honest, I was a nail biter. So if you're a nail biter, these may actually help you break that habit. But as a kid, I didn't do my nails very often. It wasn't something that I was really happy doing because my nails always kind of looked bad because I would bite them when I got nervous about something. And even if I did really well with it for a while, you know, something would happen and I would get stressed out about it and then I wouldn't do it. Look how cute these are. They have little metallic, like, ribbons through them. There's all different ones. Each of these packages, by the way, comes with 30. So if you're really judicious about it, you might be able to get 3 sets out of them. But I'll give you some tips about that too. But as a kid, I didn't go to the salon or have my nails done or anything like that. That was just something we never did. And then when my daughter was about 2, she's almost 12, my husband sent us to get mani-pedis, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I just got regular nails, and that was fine. And then a couple times later, a friend told me, you need to splurge on gel nails. They're amazing. So these guys, look at these. They're clear on one end, and then they're glitter towards the end. So cool. So I splurged on the gel nails, and what I realized really quickly is that they make your nails seem stronger. And even if you're a former nail biter like me, if you put your fingertip in your mouth and you try to bite on your nail, it's not going to break. And so even if you've done well for a long time, you're not going to ruin your new good habit because you got distracted once. So that's really nice. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of these and I've been playing with them and they're super fun. So what you get in the box, and this is a set that I've already used before. One thing that you'll notice, there's a considerable amount of English on this, but almost everything on the back is in, I think, Korean. Yeah, it says made in Korea at the bottom. I can't read any of this. And so I'm trying to figure out how to use these. I watched some of the YouTube videos and figure out how to do these, to put these on. So I'm going to show you how easy this is. So there's the box. This one is called something Nomad. Feminine Nomad. And it's little blue metallic and gold metallic flecks on it. Comes inside a box. Why is it in a box? If you've never had gel nails before, what they do is they put a, I don't know if UV reactive is the right word, but what happens is the nail polish actually hardens under exposure to UV light. So they come in a black box because you don't want them exposed to sunlight. So right now I have my windows open, but that's not enough that they're going to cure on me. without me wanting them to. And then on the inside, I have 2 strips. You can tell there's some missing. So where you don't see anything is ones that I've already used. One thing that's really great about these is they come with so many that if you have a problem with a nail and you need to replace it, you have enough that you can. So I can get, I don't think I've had these on and gotten less than 2 weeks out of them, which has been really nice. They come with prep pad, and then underneath there's a little package, and in this little package. So there's multiple prep pads in here. And then underneath is a tiny little emery board, and then like a pusher stick. I haven't used this, but I'll show you what you should do with it if you want to use it. So I'm gonna stick all these back in there. The tools that I have handy are a cuticle tool. So this has got the cuticle pusher on one end, and then it just has, I use this to clean under my nails. I don't know what it's called. I just have a regular trimmer, I have a cuticle scissor, and I've got my big foamy, I don't know, my big thick nail file, which I like. The other thing that you're gonna need to have is a lamp that has UV light in it. And this is really cool. If you order from the company I ordered from was called Vanity Table. It takes about 10 days for them to arrive, but that's fine. What it comes with is a USB powered ultraviolet lamp, and this has little legs on it. So the idea here is that you put the nails on and then you can put your hand underneath so that it'll cure your nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in. These are pretty great. They come small enough that I did them on my daughter's hands, and hers are still on from when I put them on 2 weeks ago. My first ones came off yesterday, and then I had one that came off yesterday. I was eating the dishes, and I just peeled them off because I knew that today I was going to be doing some work in a butterfly garden that I kind of maintain on our high school campus. And so gardening and these nails don't mix because there is some adhesive to them. And so when you stick them on, if the edges peel up just a little bit, then stuff can get stuck under them. And so I did some mulching with these on, and I ended up with sort of a line of mulch all the way around the nail that I couldn't get off. So if you're going to be doing something that's particularly dirty, I would recommend wearing gloves. But by and large, these stay on really well. I had one pair, this is going to be the 3rd time I do them. This is going to be the 4th time I do them. The 2nd time that I did them, some of them chipped along the edge, and so I just peeled it off and replaced it, and it was no big deal. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stick some of these on my hands, and the way that you set these up is you just want to find ones that kind of match the best that you can, and you can kind of look at this and decide which part you like. It wants you to have the edge of the plastic as your cuticle line. So if I line this up, what I'm trying to do is see which ones I'm going to use, because I'm going to need 2 of the biggest ones for my thumbs. And this has got, these are all sectioned, and so the way that you get these off is you're going to peel off. I mean, I'm kind of happy it's tricky to get off. Folding it helps too. So I can peel this off here. And then if I can get under, and I always kind of try to grab it from the end that I'm going to be trimming off. Can you see how they're kind of like, they're soft? So it's kind of, it goes on like a sticker. I'm just gonna, I've already prepared my nails by trimming my cuticles back, and I use some acetone to get all my oils and stuff off of it. And all you're gonna do is press it on there. I know some of the other stick-on colors, not this brand, other brands, you want to kind of like roll it off and trim it. You don't want to do that with these. There's multiple layers there, and that wouldn't work for you. What I would do then with a single individual nail, I'll just go ahead and show you real quick if you just want the quick version of this. I'm going to take my nail trimmer, and I'm going to trim off all the extra. You can't use these to really make your nails longer because they'll be sticky on the other side. So I know that with acrylics, you can have them applied so that they're all the same length. With these, it's more like applying nail polish. It's not going to make your nails any longer than they were. So I just peel that off. It's not perfect, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is just push down. I want to make sure the edges are down. the reason that wooden stick is there is so that you can use the, you can use it to make sure your edges are down. And what I'm gonna do is just make sure all the sides are pretty far down, because one of the ways that these can fail for people is when the edge starts to peel up and then you run your hand through your hair and your hair stick to it. That's not good. So I'm just gonna push down along the edge like that. And I'm gonna get these so that they're away from the UV light. This is as far as I can pull it across the table. Now the UV light has an on and off switch, and that's it. It doesn't have a timer. I imagine that the instructions tell me how long I should do it, but I can't read Korean. So what I started to do, someone on YouTube said to do it twice. I just do it 3 times. And so what I'll do is I'll take my nails and I put it underneath my lamp. I turn it on, light comes on. And then after it's been on once, you can already feel that it's hardening. I'm gonna go ahead and do it 2 times. And then after it's been under there 2 times, I'm gonna trim it and file it so that's where I want it to be. Now, you can these done at the salon. They take, they do several thick coats of polish to be able to get your nails all the way done. And in between each coat, you put your hand underneath the lamp. I know there are some folks that are really concerned about exposure to UV light. If you're one of those people, one of the easy ways that I've seen people deal with that is get a glove, like some cheap gloves, and cut the fingertips off. And then you can cover most of your hand and not have to worry about it. So once I get it cut down, and I have to get it all the way back to where my natural nail is, because these aren't like acrylics. They're not going to make a long nail. I'm having trouble staying on camera. I'm just going to file that down. So what I'll do is I'll put the rest of them on there, and then I'll stick this finger under there. I like to do them 3 times. It makes them really hard and really durable. And there we go. Pretty fingernails. And I didn't have to go to a salon to do that. This particular one, I think the range in price is between $11 and $17. I think these are like a $14 thing. But keep in mind, I'm doing these at home, and I'm doing them at home, and I'm getting 2 sets of nails out of them. So it's really $7 per set of nails for 2 weeks. So it's a month's worth of nails for $14, which is not terrible, I don't think. I sometimes pay extra attention to my pointer fingers. So some other things about these that you may read about. One is that they can stretch, and that's true. So you can actually grab them and pull the sides a little bit. If you do that, though, you're gonna be careful, because you can get some weird edges that way. But they are a little bit stretchy, so you can do that. Again, I'm pushing it all the way back by my cuticle. I'm just sticking it on there. I'm gonna be careful with this one because it got a little bit dirty today when I was gardening. And so I want to make sure that I use one that's got some flex in it so I can kind of blend that in a little bit. Okay, so I got that first one on there. And then I wanted one of these guys for this nail. Oops, this nail. I found too that these make my nails a lot more durable than they are without them on, because they're actually pretty thick. There we go. So my hope is that even though I split this nail, that by having that on there, it's going to help support it so that it doesn't continue to break down my nail. You know, what I used to do is just trim them. I used to have really super short nails. And so this is kind of fun for me to have pretty nails. I'm kind of scared to use this one because I think I'm going to need it over here. Since this is the second time I've using these, I don't get exactly the one I wanted, and so I'm going to do the trick where I can stretch this out just a little bit. I picked one that was a little bit thin, and then stretch it out some. I'm going to do it a little more. I can imagine some folks might think that maybe pulling on them is going to make them less sticky, and I don't think that it does. Okay, so there's my rough trim. So now I'm going to put them under the lights 2 times. Make sure that they're all pushed down. Another thing that I really like about these is that there was a period of time where I had decided I was gonna get better at painting my nails, and I could not figure out how to get the line next to my cuticle to be right. And so with these semi-cured gel, I don't know what they are. I don't know, are they stickers? But with these semi-cured gels, if I don't have to be good at that, because that's something that's happening. That's all the way down here, right? And it's part of the sticker. So so it always kind of looks right, which I really enjoy that about these. So I'm just trying to trim this off as close as I can get it to where my nail is. I'm going to shape after I get them on. One thing that does happen is that I get a bunch of the gel stuck in my trimmer. I just get it out with this tool. Something I noticed too, I don't know if this is true at other high schools, but the schools that I've worked at, a lot of the time I saw girls come in, you know, if there was a dance that was happening, they'd go get their nails done the week before the dance. And the students had nicer nails than me. And I always noticed they lasted a long time. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and kind of spend the effort to get my nails done, because growing up I had always kind of been a nail biter. And, you know, I remember a few times the offer in front of me was, hey, if you don't bite your nails for, you know, it would be like, it was usually 3 weeks, because it was, you know, the idea that changing your habit for 21 days gives you new habits. So if I can go 3 weeks without biting my nails, I go get my nails done. And all I wanted was like simple stuff like French tips and to have a nice shape on my nails, because my nails never got long. And now I kind of wonder if the way to reduce nail biting is, rather than have nice nails be the reward, have nice nails be the thing that you kind of use to start it. Although I know that would be sort of counterintuitive. So I've got those shaped about with what my nails can handle, I think. This one's a little bit long, but this is the one that I damaged today. All right, so then the last thing I'm going to do is push them all down again. My hand under there. Do the last one. So I've really enjoyed making this for you. One reason I was thinking about it is because I think as teachers, it's so easy to fall into that pattern of not spending time on ourselves. And that ends up being so important, you know, that that when we go to work, that we work in a way that is rejuvenating to us, because teaching sometimes can be really stressful and take a lot out of us. But if we take the time to do some self-care things, I think that it helps a lot. I was really bad at that in my early years as a teacher. I would get stressed out, and there was a very convenient cupcake shop on the way home. And that was kind of how I dealt with stress that year. And I wish I hadn't done that in retrospect. You know, and this is actually one of those things that, since I discovered them a couple months ago, it's become a good way for me to unwind. I'll wait till my kids go to bed. I'll put on a TV show. I get a beverage. I have a Diet Coke right now. And I'll sit down, do my nails. And the nice thing about that is then the next day when I go to school or do whatever I'm doing, I feel just a little bit more put together in ways that I didn't before. So, I don't know. I like for my pointer finger to be pretty if I have one that'll work for it. Plus it's got some like stuff stuck under there. Try this one. I may regret it if it's too big, but we're gonna go with it. Kind of excited to see how these go in the pool. I did do a lot of swimming. We took a vacation already. I did a lot of swimming that week with a set of these nails on and didn't have any problems. So I'm pretty confident about that right now, actually. I got big ones, I need big ones. Oops. I'm gonna put them backwards. There's no rules here. Oh, another thing is if you stick it on your nail and you don't like the placement, you can peel it off and restick it. I have done that before. Push that down. A lot of possibilities. I might save that big one. If I can get these little guys fit my daughter really well. This is the smallest one I could use. Okay, so this one's my last one. I've been filming for almost a half an hour. If I wasn't talking, I could probably do it a touch faster. The first time I did this, it took a little while longer. I didn't use the prep pads because I had just used some acetone to get some nail strengthener off. I'm getting to the point where I can do these in about 20 minutes. I'm trying to be fast. I'm gonna just push down all the edges to make sure they're stuck pretty well. My tool. I did all of my dirty projects today. I worked in my garden for about 4 hours. Oh, it's forever. And then I've been rehabbing my grill. It was very rusty, and so my husband graciously took it apart and we sanded it down today. All right. So it's tricky to get your hand under this the right way. I'm doing the best I can. So now these are all hardened. So I'm just trying to get these close to the shape that I want, and then I'll file them down until they're smooth. All right, so got all the trimming done. A little bit left on the edges. I probably don't need that one. There we go. I think I'm all done. Anyway, that was a thing that I discovered that I enjoyed doing this year. I try to find things that make, that just make me feel a little bit better about myself. I know as teachers, we get busy and we get stressed out, and there's a lot of things that we do. But my nails this year were one of those things. I was spending a lot of time recording myself doing problems and sending it out to students, and I had a first cup, early in the year, I just thought, wow, my nails look rough on camera. But I knew that I couldn't go to the salon. And so I was really glad to find these. So I hope that that's something that helps you too. I'm really curious, like what are the kind of things that you do to recharge over the summer that help you get ready for the next year? I know the things that I like to do. I try to find some new ways that kind of help the way that I look. So things like nails, or I practice different. Sometimes I practice new makeup stuff. I didn't do much of that last year. Last year there was experimenting on how to look better on camera, because I was spending so much time on camera and I was trying to mess with my light and get that better. But other things that I like to do to get ready for the school year, I go through my clothes and I get rid of clothes that don't fit me. It clears up my closet. I hope that some of those things are useful to others too. We organize our home so that once the school year starts, I don't have to worry about that so much. It kind of pulls it off my plate. And I like to do things to get ready for the school year, which includes my planner, which I'll be filming soon. This year I also decided to organize the way that I'm cooking for my family, so I'll be doing the cookbook too. Anyway, I hope that you stay safe and you be well and you have a great summer. I'll see you soon.